Leading up to the Milton Keynes show, we were. It just seemed like the math was there it was telling us we should probably film this thing, because it was the biggest Project Revolution show to date. It was in a pretty well-known, and I guess you could call it a prestigious venue, and Jay-Z was going to be on the bill, and we were going to be able to do a couple songs with him. And so we decided, we might as well, even if we don't use the footage for, a DVD or some kind of release, we should at least just tape it and have it, kind of as a snapshot of where we were at that time in the touring cycle.
We're actually just really proud of ourselves that we got 50,000 people to come to our tour, so we just wanted to film it, and we were just going to watch it ourselves. That's the real story.
The thing about shows like this, to me, is that you can kind of guess that the I guess the math is there, like the stuff that could make it interesting is in place, but it really doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Like you can have Jay on stage, and you can have a really cool venue and a lot of people, but that's not going to make the show special, and the reason it's we're putting it out as this with this DVD and CD packages, because it had the magic for us. At least we watch it and we felt like that was a really unique show, a really special show, and maybe it had something to do with kind of the fact that it was a great time of day to play. The sun was going down. That just kind of gave it that little glow. And as we got through the set, like it got darker and darker, and it just adds more. There's like some just natural theater to it that I thought was really, it's beautiful. It's a good looking thing, and it's not like camera trickery. It's like, no, it was a nice day out, and the kids were going crazy, and we all had a good time and made the show special.
Yeah, I think that it evolved to get where it was on that day, and I think meaning our live show really evolved to get where it was that day. And I think that if you were to throw us out in front of that many people after we had been home for a while, we'd be excited about doing it. But there's also a certain amount of confidence and amount of comfort that comes with playing for a while and being on the road, and that show happened after being on the road for a little while. And as Mike was mentioning before, we were changing up our sets every night, and that's something we've been doing for the entire tour cycle. So every night we walk out there, we don't know exactly what we're going to do yet until we're doing it. And once you kind of get used to doing that, the surprises come, and then you start nailing those surprises as a band and being able to look at each other and kind of know what's coming next and just improvise together. You have this whole new feeling on stage together. And that's where the magic starts to happen, when you're not planning it. And I think that when we first started off as a band, we definitely planned out a lot more stuff. And I think it just takes time. It takes years of doing it to really get to that place where you're ready to kind of let go and just kind of wing it and see what happens. And that's what we were doing.